Today on Rappler. Former President Rodrigo Duterte's lawyer claims his cognitive condition is deteriorating. Vice President Sara Duterte spent 20.68 million pesos on trips abroad as of July 2025. Public Works employees won't be wearing their uniforms in public. Convicted of plotting a coup, former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro is sentenced to 27 years in prison. And U.S. investigators release photos and a video of a person of interest in the fatal shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The lawyer of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte claims the ICC detainee has, quote, deteriorating cognitive condition that prevents him from recalling events, places, timing, or even members of his close family and defense team. This as lead defense lawyer Nicholas Kaufman asks the ICC pretrial chamber to indefinitely stop all legal proceedings. He says Duterte is, quote, unfit to stand trial. The pretrial chamber then voted 2-1 to postpone the original September 23 schedule of the confirmation of charges hearing. It has yet to decide on whether it will indefinitely stop the proceedings. It will now determine whether Duterte is fit to follow and participate in the pretrial proceeding. The prosecution, meantime, calls the defense's expert report premature and speculative at this stage. It says it is engaging its own experts to, quote, assist in determining Mr. Duterte's fitness to participate in the pre-trial proceedings and to stand trial. Cristina Conti, a lawyer for the victims, says Kaufman's claims are the opposite of what Duterte's daughter Kitty has been saying. Kitty earlier told the public that there was no reason to worry about her father. As of July 2025, the Office of the Vice President has spent 20.68 million pesos on local and foreign trips, covering travel expenses of Vice President Sara Duterte and her security personnel. More than 7 million pesos was spent on foreign trips, while more than 13 million pesos was spent on local travels. OVP Assistant Chief of Staff Lemuel Ortoño says Thursday, September 11, all the travel overseas of the Vice President is covered by a travel authority and did not include any public funds, did not use any public funds. Ortoño also clarifies Duterte used personal funds for her foreign trips and OVP spent only expenses of her security and close-in staff that accompanied her. The Vice President's frequent trips have drawn criticism. She's currently in the Philippines after a recent trip to the Netherlands, where her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, has been detained since March. Political observers suggest Duterte's trips abroad are part of a strategy to avoid media scrutiny, especially amid allegations of fund misuse and her now halted impeachment trial. The Department of Public Works and Highways ditches its office uniform policy after the once proud attire became a walking target of shame. Secretary Vince Dizon says the move comes after a formal request from the DPWH Employees Union. This policy will be implemented indefinitely. Dizon adds, some innocent and ordinary DPWH employees were harassed while taking public transportation. Some DPWH officials are now neck-deep in corruption allegations over flood control projects. Among them are former Bulacan District officials, 1st District Engineer Henry Alcantara, District Engineer Bryce Hernandez, and Assistant District Engineer JP Mendoza, who allegedly connived with flood control contractors in ghost projects. All three, along with 17 other DPWH officials and 4 flood control contractors, are facing graft and malversation complaints. Former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro is sentenced to 27 years and 3 months in prison, hours after being convicted of plotting a coup to remain in power after losing the 2022 election. Brazil's Supreme Court Justice Carmen Lucia says there was ample evidence that Bolsonaro acted with the purpose of eroding democracy and institutions. 4 of the 5 judges voted to convict the former president of 5 crimes: taking part in an armed criminal organization, attempting to violently abolish democracy, organizing a coup, and damaging government property and protected cultural assets. The former president is currently under house arrest. U.S. investigators released photos and a video of a person of interest in the fatal shooting of influential conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Authorities say they found the rifle believed to have been used in the killing. Officials say security camera videos show a person going up stairwells to get onto a roof before firing at Kirk. The person was wearing a black top, black sunglasses, and a dark baseball cap. A second batch of photos released by Utah state officials shows slightly clearer images of the slender young man, revealing more details of his backpack and shoes. A video also shows the man crossing a street and moving into a wooded area near campus, which is where authorities say they found a high-powered bolt-action rifle. The FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the killer's arrest. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.